I am Abraxas. This is neither the beginning nor the end of my story. In this video I will tell you about how I came back to life after the war, how I returned to my old job and what happened next. We will be talking as well we walk towards the Rognan waterfront. Since I didn't start filming until January 2025, you'll hear everything that happened before that. But unfortunately you won't see it. So let's talk, let's walk. Let's pick up from the moment I left the army. So all discharge papers was in hand, and I had two main goals. First, get my arm and leg working again. Second, start restoring my maritime documents. I had no one to rely on but myself and my family. And as for the government, it's clear they did not give a damn. Fast forward to rehab, I ditched the cane, got cleared for exercise and set up a simple recovery plan. Step number 1. Walk. A lot of walking. Step number 2. Run. Start small, then push for either distance or speed, whichever felt right. Step number 3, it was run longest distance, as far I could without making things worse. So it was quite good challenge for me. Once my body started coming back, I had to work on my mind. Credit where it's due, a friend of mine helped with that. Thanks to him. I went to a nightclub for the first time as an adult. New places, new people, sports, reading, anything that pulled me out of my head and remind me what it's like just to live. I was almost done with my recovery. My arm thought nerve damage is slow, so I have really a long time for recover and almost a whole year to regain full function. Once I could walk and run normally, new problems showed up. Getting my navigator's license back was a bureaucratic nightmare. Exams, papers, work, traveling to another city, it was really disaster for me. But after a few months, I had my rank again, certificates, courses, everything in order. I had officially reclaimed the position I lost in 2022, when I chose to fight for what I believe in. But was it really a good idea to go back to my old life when I was no longer the same person? I had the documents, now I just need a company willing to hire me. But 2 years gap, that wasn't going to be easy. Like everyone else, I went through the same standard procedure: crewing agencies, exams, comparing companies. So after all of that, two choices made the most sense. One was a company I'd worked for before, but I have to start it at lower rank. And second option was MSC, one of the biggest shipping companies with solid career prospects. I did the interviews, passed the tests, took the exams, and signed the contract. For the first time in my career, I'd be working with an all-Ukrainian crew instead of an international one. After everything I'd been through, that felt like the right choice. At the point I'd done it, I was healthy, my documents were restored, I had a job lined up, I was adjusted to society again, and I learned how to manage PTSD. The contract was signed, my tickets were booked, I was ready to set sail. But now I had to leave the country I had given so much for, a country where, in the end, I had no future, no longer safe, no one needed. Crossing the border was not a big deal for me. I crossed the border legally, all my documents was in order, and so without any restrictions. And every legal reason I have in my pocket. I remember the border officer eyed me suspiciously, and he asked me like, where were you during the mobilization? So when I told him that I was in the combat zone, his whole attitude shifted. We ended up having a good conversation, he checked my papers, and he did not ask any additional questions because everything was clear. And I was through. I remember that at the time I had $200 in my pocket. That was it. Nothing more. At the airport I hit my first minor problem. So my tickets were booked 3 days too late. The ship was delayed and the company did not want to cover a hotel. So I had to stay and survive for $200. And for this money, of course, you cannot rent any hotel or room nearby. So for 3 days I lived at the airport, like in a movie, you know, this terminal movie.
Mr. Thurman, there is a man walking around the terminal in a bathrobe.
I know, sir. You put him there.
It was, I think, first red flag. Probably. But after everything I'd been through, in airport wasn't so bad. After war, any food tastes good, any condition feel really comfortable. But surviving a week for $200, that was a problem. So I called company. After some back and forth, they finally got me a hotel. A few days later, I flew to Italy, and I spent 2 more days waiting for the ship, and it was really good waiting period, you can see. The jobs begins. Finally, after 2 years of war, losing my money, my career, my health, after everything I went through, I was back. I had reclaimed the life I lost. You think this is where the happy ending starts, right? But this isn't that kind of story. And I will continue this story in my next video. Stay strong, stay free, stay Abraxas.